Hey everybody, it's Cole with Southern Leisure Spas and Wellness, and I'm here to expose some fake news and a misconception that we hear about Bullfrog Spas quite a bit nowadays. I don't know, I see this online all the time. I don't know if it's coming from dealers of other brands, reps from other brands, owners of other brands. I don't think there's many actual Bullfrog owners that experience this, but I want to talk about something that I see online all the time that just simply isn't true. So let's get into it. Let me show you what I hear online, what I read, what I hear from other people, and then why that can't be the case. So a common misconception that I hear a lot with Bullfrog Spas is that behind the Jetpaks, these removable Jetpaks here, that the water is stagnant and can grow mold and algae and all kinds of gross, disgusting bacteria. And I want to show you why that simply cannot be the case. So I am sitting here with a A7. This is a 2025 Bullfrog A7. It's got 5 Jetpaks. And let me show you why these Jetpaks will not grow mold or bacteria behind the seats here. So if I take this Jetpak out, if I pull straight forward and remove it, I'm going to set it off to the side here. Okay, as you can see right here, the Jetpak to the right of the topside control has the chemical cartridge holder. That's where your chlorine and your minerals are going to go. That's what sanitizes the water in the entire spa. But as you can see down here, this is where the water comes out, but also this is the suction port right here. So this is going to be pulling water in. So there is a ton of water movement behind the Jetpak here, and it comes in around the sides of the Jetpak and is pulled down through this right here. Also, this is going to be your filter right here. So you take this open, there's your filter right there, which feeds down into a port down in there. So there's really no way for bacteria. There's more water movement behind the seats here than there is anywhere else in the spa. Most hot tub brands are going to get mold or bacteria buildup like behind the pillows is a common place. Behind some of the jets, honestly, like a standard jet, behind the jet face is going to get less water movement than behind these Bullfrog Jetpaks. Here's another one. So every Jetpak is going to have a suction port behind it, because as you can see here in the footwell, most standard hot tubs are going to have the suction ports down in the bottom of the spa. Bullfrog has eliminated that and put them behind the seats so that they flow water and they're less likely to get stepped on, broken, just tripped over. It creates a lot more open space for use of the hot tub. So if I pull this one out, you'll see the same thing there. We've got another suction port there. So when the pumps are on, that is moving all the water behind the Jetpak, pulling it down into the pump. And the water just travels in this little crack right here between the shell of the tub itself and the Jetpak. So all these seats are going to flow water behind them. And then if that's, not enough, people say, well, this design came out in 2023. The older Bullfrog Jetpaks had issues. Here is the bottom of this Jetpak right here. These little holes right here, they're kind of hard to see on the video, but this hole right here is a circulation port. There's one on each side, and the water comes in here, flows up through the Jetpak, but they also have it coming out here at the bottom. It's almost kind of like a pressure relief valve, and that's going to circulate the water behind the Jetpak. They came out with that, I believe it was 2013 when the Jetpak 2 came out. So for almost 15 years now, you've had circulation, good circulation behind the Jetpak. And I did hear, 2012 and prior to that, there was some mold issues or some bacteria buildup issues behind the Jetpaks, but you're talking 15 years ago, almost 15 years ago, and I still see on the message boards and the forums that, Bullfrog has, build up behind the Jetpaks, and you know, they got bacteria issues, or they're hard to keep clean, and you got to take the Jetpaks out and scrub them. That's simply not true. You got sanitized water. As long as you're staying on top of your water care, as long as your levels are adequate in the rest of the spa, you're going to be fine behind the Jetpaks. You're going to probably grow mold on other parts of the spa before it forms behind the Jetpak, because there is so much water movement behind the Jetpak. So I just wanted to jump on here today and debunk that myth that Bullfrog Spas are hard to maintain and that bacteria and mold builds up behind the Jetpaks, because it isn't true. All the water, you know, you got a couple 100 gallons a minute of water when the pumps are on flowing behind these Jetpaks, and there's not any reason that mold's going to build up. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope this put to rest some of the myths and false info that I see floating around online and hear from people that are in our showrooms looking for a spa.